Hey guys, so it's been a while, life's gotten the best of me and I haven't done a review or anything in quite some time, so I thought I'd start out by doing a little review on the new Lime Crime stuff that I've just purchased recently. First of all, let me just start by saying Lime Crime's customer service is the best customer service that I've ever dealt with. They went through a big ordeal where they had way too many orders for the staffing that they had on a big event day that they did here recently with the restock. And every few hours they were updating on their Facebook site what was happening, what was going on, trying to keep people posted. So kudos to them. I was already really excited to get their stuff when I saw how great their customer service was. So on to the review. I actually purchased 4 things from Lime Crime. First was an eyeshadow helper. Basically what this is if you're familiar with Urban Decay's primer potion, that's about the best thing I can compare it to. It's just an eyeshadow primer. What I will say is, in my opinion, for my eyes, it works much better than the Urban Decay's version does, and it's a little bit less expensive. I think this tube was about $16 or $17. It's waterproof. I haven't tested that theory of it yet because I don't swim with makeup on. I'm not one of those kind of people. I don't need to wear makeup all the time, but I like it. I like having stuff that works really well. It's kind of a similar consistency to the Urban Decay one. I'm only using that as a reference because a lot of people use that, I think. But that's what it looks like right there. And it goes on pretty smoothly. One thing I like about this, it blends in and it goes on clear. One thing I like about it is it's kind of sticky. So when you put it on, your eyeshadow really sticks to it and adheres to it. So I have it on today underneath my eyeshadow. And this is after going out in 90-degree heat and doing a bunch of errands. I live in Florida, so it's super hot here today. We're really starting to get into the summer weather. I've worn this all day at work. I've noticed my creasing has gotten a lot better. I always have a little bit of creasing in here, whether I have Urban Decay, MAC, any of those primers, paint pots, or anything. I always get a little bit of creasing in here. I still get a tiny bit of creasing with the Lime Crime, but I've noticed that it's much better, and for the cost, you really can't beat it. Next I purchased one of their liquid eyeliners. I've been dying to get my hands on one of these because they say that they're matte and they go on easily, smoothly, and they stay on for a really long time. I can actually attest to all of those things. Here's what the applicator looks like. It's a brush tip applicator, so if you're not a fan of that, I would recommend staying away from it. I'm not wearing it today, but I'll go ahead and swatch it here for you. That's it. There we go. And it's a little shiny when it's wet still, but it dries super matte. I've noticed that this is the easiest liquid liner that I've ever applied, and I've tried a lot of them, and I have to admit I am not the best in the world when it comes to liquid eyeliner. It's just not my thing. I'm not good at it. Even though I do a lot of makeup things, I try to avoid liquid liner because I'm not good at it. If you check out my Facebook page, I've posted a couple pictures of myself with a really nice winged liner, and it is spectacular, so beautiful, but there's what it looks like when it dries. Completely and totally matte. So pretty. There we go, get it in focus there. Okay, next thing I have 3 lipsticks. So I have 5 things, not 4 things. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the most unique one of them all. It's called the Velvetines. I've never seen anything like this before. It's kind of like a gloss, but when it dries matte. It doesn't have a sheen to it or anything, and it is completely opaque. So here it is swatched next to the liner. Get it in focus there. There we go. And you can see it's kind of starting to dry a little bit, but it's really shiny right now. When it dries, it'll be completely opaque and no shine to it at all. So it is spectacular. I love this stuff. One thing that I will say is I let a friend of mine use it, and she had a little bit of bleeding around the outer corners. I had no problem with this. She says she has problems with that with a lot of her lipsticks aside from MAC, but I didn't have that problem. I can't guarantee that you will or won't. All I'll say is it definitely turns a lot of heads. It's very bright. It's very opaque. It's different. It's a unique kind of blend of a lip gloss and a lip stain. Very cool stuff. Highly recommend checking it out. If you check out my Facebook page, you'll see pictures of me wearing that as well. The other 2 things that I have, I'm going to kind of do at the same time. I bought 2 different regular lipsticks from them because I kind of wanted to get an overview of everything. The only thing I didn't purchase were their nail polishes because I'm not a nail polish person, and their eyeshadow palettes because they're kind of a little bit more on the pricey side. They're about $35, so I kind of wanted to check out some of their lower end stuff first, and their lipsticks supposedly are amazing. The lipstick that I have on today is Lime Crime. It's called Airborne Unicorn. It's one of their signature shades. After doing a lot of research and looking through all their tons of lipstick shades with very unique colors, I wouldn't call any of their colors standard. They're all pretty unique. They're all very beautiful. I decided to go with the Airborne Unicorn because it seems to be one of their more signature shades, and after looking at a bunch of Google images, I felt like it looked good on everybody. Any skin tone, light, dark, any of it. I've seen all the way from people who are very fair like I am to women of color, and it looks beautiful on everyone, and it's just as opaque. So I figured it was a good start for me. So this is the tube right here. I would swatch it for you. Well, I guess I can. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. There's the swatch of it right there, and that's just one pass over, guys. There we go, get it in focus there. I only did about 2, maybe 3 pass overs to get it that opaque. I love doing that on camera. To get it that opaque. And it stays. It stays for hours like this. And one of my favorite, there's a couple of things that I really like about it. One thing I like, it smells like frosting. You just can't go wrong if your lipstick smells that good. Another thing I like about it is it stays creamy. Even after wearing it for hours or being outside or running around or anything, I haven't noticed any of these get dry. Even the lip stain, which is unheard of. I've never used a lip stain that didn't get a little bit dry. The other thing I got was Coquette, which I thought was kind of interesting because it looks kind of like a nudie pink color. On some people I've seen it on, it turns out to be peach. On other people it looks more pinkish. So kind of cool. On me it looks kind of like a mixture of both, depending on what kind of gloss I put over it or what have you. But there it is there on top of the Airborne Unicorn, and it's called Coquette. And there's everything right there. And you can see how that Suedeberry is the name of the color of the lip stain right there has dried. And it's dried matte. And there's how pretty that liner looks when it gets really dry. But there they are. I can honestly say I have no complaints. Everything from their customer service to the speed of the shipment. Once they did ship my order, it was here the next day. And they're shipping from California. I don't know how they did it. Some kind of unicorn magic, I guess. But fantastic, fantastic customer service. Amazing products so far. I can't wait to get my hands on a few more things. But that's it. Overall, I'm very impressed. Thanks for tuning in, and check out my Facebook page. I'll link to it below. And I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.